Hi everyone, it's Miss Tapia here. I hope you are all doing very well. I'm here to help you create some screencasts and with some other general tips for your ethics presentations. And I kind of narrowed them down to 5 things that you're going to need to keep in mind. So the first thing are your tools. I am personally using Screencast-O-Matic, which is free. You have 15 minutes of free recording time, and you can edit things too a little bit. There's also the option of Screencastify, which is something you might want to use maybe for another class when you just need to give like a 5-minute presentation. Otherwise, I highly recommend Screencast-O-Matic. If you already know how to use iMovie or YouTube, editing tools, video editing tools, then I would go ahead and use those. Next, if you have a microphone and you know how to use that, I would highly recommend that because it helps a lot with your sound quality. So again, I'm going to go through Screencast-O-Matic because I've trusted it for years. I just Google Screencast-O-Matic. It leads you to this screen. You click Start Recording for free. It's going to ask you to log in with your account. You can hook it up to your shcp.edu account or something else, whatever. Allow it to install the software, I think, that it needs to do a little bit. Once you've downloaded that software, you're going to see this red button here that says Launch Free Recorder. You go ahead and click on that. Again, give it some access to your computer. And then what it's going to do is you're going to see like this red outline here, and that will be the box that it's going to record. Okay, and then it's going to give you a countdown, and you go ahead and you get started and you start talking. Okay, so again, this is sort of the red outline that I told you about. And once you're ready to start, there's a little plus, or I'm sorry, like a play sign down here, a record sign. And that's what you're going to use to start recording. This is what it looks like. Okay. Another couple things to mention about here is that I believe that if you press, there's like a pause button sometimes if you just want to stop and take a breather and regroup as you're recording. And then there's also this trash can icon here, which if you mess up, and you will, you can just click that and say, throw this video away, I'm going to start again. When you are finished or you think you've had a good run, you're going to click this done button once you're done recording yourself. Okay, so like I said, that's what the trash can one does. If not, you just click done. When you click done, you're going to have some options. You can save and upload your video here, or you can edit the video. I say go ahead and choose edit the video because you can kind of edit the beginning and ends of your presentation. So this is what it looks like when I'm editing. You can see on the bottom here, they have these little toggle thingamajigs, and you can move them to what you actually want to save. Once you have done that, I highly recommend just uploading it straight to YouTube. Your other option, of course, is to save it as a video file or to upload it to Screencast-O-Matic, but I personally just trust uploading it to YouTube. I think you should go with what you are most comfortable with. Okay, so that's a quick sort of how-to with Screencast-O-Matic. Second thing you need to consider are your slides. Okay, so, I am your librarian. When you start your presentation, you're going to want to start strong, but the reason I really emphasize doing your works cited is one, because I'm your librarian, but all of you did so much good research that at the very end of your presentation, when we see those sources that you used, that really adds credibility to you. So to, again, tell you how to do that in case you forgot, right? You're going to sign in with Google. Bear with me here. I haven't signed in yet. Okay, but let's see. You just open up your project. Many of you know how to do this. But let's say if this were my project, I go to Sources. I do Print Export to Google Docs. That's going to generate my works cited. That's perfectly formatted in MLA. If this does not pop up automatically for you, you're going to want to Google how to unblock my pop-ups and follow those directions depending on whether you're using Chrome or Safari. Figure it out, or email me. Okay, and so anyway, once this generates, you're going to want to copy and paste this into your final slides. So please, please do not forget to do this. This is a sample of last year. Someone from last year, they just put it in there. Don't mess with the formatting. You can go ahead and mess with sort of, because this is a presentation, you can make it match the style of your general presentation. So here's another example, right? This student, Jaime, he made it look, he made it match his presentation a little bit more. Okay, but you want to keep the formatting. So that's that. Let me get back to this thing here. Again, do use images, right? And then be also very careful. I'm going to go straight to this 5th bullet point. Don't put too much text on your slides, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up reading off of your slides and everyone's going to be kind of bored. We all, like the general rules for presenting well in person also apply to when you're doing your slides. Please do spell check and grammar check. Again, that's a given, but we mention it because it matters. Because it takes away from your credibility. It shows us that you maybe didn't put all of your effort into this, okay? And then again, do think about design. I think you should keep things simple. Again, these are all suggestions. You guys might have your own way of doing things, but these are my tips for you. The third thing that you need to consider is sight and sound. So again, when you start, even though it might seem kind of awkward, it might be good to introduce yourself again. Tell us what you are going to be presenting, what you're going to be talking about. Second point, look presentable, right? With screencasts, you have the option of, if you want to have the little webcam at the bottom, you have the option of if you just want it to be your voice. But let's be real, it is going to be more engaging if you can see the person talking. It's also going to be more engaging because you're going to be able to emphasize the points, right? You can talk with your hands, and sometimes that helps to convey a point. So make sure that, you know, if you feel comfortable using your webcam, go for it. If not, just try your best. Maybe, you know, we understand if you don't have, maybe you don't have a laptop that has a camera or whatnot. Maybe you're just nervous. It's cool. Do your best. If you are going to use your webcam, please try to look a little presentable. You might want to get out of your pajamas, put on a semi-presentable appearance, and, you know, because when you look good, you're going to present well. Next, your tone. So lots of times with presentations, people kind of like to be goofy because they're in front of their classmates, but we strongly encourage you to consider your audience, right? You folks are talking about pretty serious topics. You guys are talking about life and death topics. You guys are talking about injustice. That is something to take seriously. And so when you are presenting, it may not always be appropriate to crack a joke or to put in a funny image of like Baby Yoda or something, because it's not relevant. You want things to stay relevant, especially for a presentation where we're asking you to be professional, to persuade. I'm gonna not take you as seriously if you are talking nonsense or you have irrelevant images just for a good laugh, okay? So that's what I mean by tone. With enunciating, right, this is hard to do. I admit I have a hard time enunciating sometimes. That means to speak clearly. Sometimes you might need to slow down, especially if you want to emphasize a point. Emphasize your points. If you are, when you're making that point, say it strong, pause, do things for effect. Challenge yourself to do so. With lighting, sometimes I've seen some students, you know, presenting or they're on the webcam, but the light is coming from behind them, right? If you've taken selfies, you kind of know this. If the light is coming from behind you, you're going to be kind of, we're not going to be able to see you. It's just going to be sort of a shadow of your face. Whereas if you have some light coming from the side or from the front, that's going to help us to see you. The other thing, folks, is with the sight level of your camera, if you are using a webcam, right? Right now I have my laptop on a stand, so maybe use some books to keep it up so that you're at eye level. Lots of times when something's down like this, what you end up doing is like seeing up people's noses. Okay, we don't talk down to an audience like this. We talk to them at eye level, so consider that. Again, if you have a microphone and you know how to use it, use it. Otherwise, you're gonna want to consider where you're filming. You're gonna have to tell your family or whoever you're home with, I need some quiet time. You might want to, if outside is the only place that's quiet, fine, but consider that noise. As I go into this, what is it, the 7th bullet point, try to cut down your ums and uhs. I do it a lot, we all do, but try to challenge yourself to not say and so much throughout your presentation. 4th, rehearse. Okay, so rehearsing, because it kind of takes away from your ums and ahs, you will not get a screencast done on the first try. This right here is probably my 7th try already. Keep track of your time, right? I don't know exactly what the time expectation is from your teachers who are asking you to do screencasts, but be aware of that. If they say they want a 10-minute video or a 15-minute video, you guys are persuading us. And so that's going to take time, but rehearse it, see how long it takes you when you do a run through, and also drafting your script. So I have some notes here, and this is my script. So I'm not reading from my slides. I'm looking down, I'm covering what I want to talk about because I've rehearsed my little script. Okay? Lastly, be creative. If you know how to do something like animation, add that in. If you have, I don't know, if you guys know how to do some like special effects or something fancy, or you know how to use iMovie and you have time to record yourself and integrate clips and whatnot, do that. That is pretty much all I have to say. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. If you want me to look over slides, I'm willing to do that. I am hoping that all of you are doing well and staying healthy. You are all in my prayers. Take care. Go Irish.